All right. So to begin with, tell me some things that you liked about your playing. Like in the week that you have been practicing it, what do you feel like you've been progressing on?
Well, I connected the things like
The phrases. Yeah. So they're not in the little short little fragments. Yes. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And anything technically you thought that you felt better about as the week progressed? Was something easier for you to play? What?
probably the like the
Okay. And so what did you do physically to get that to be a better sound?
well, I kind of pushed forward for
You push forward, absolutely. And when you pushed forward, did you also let your wrist come up too, like a little kangaroo push off? Yes. Good. And can you feel that you're closer to the keys when you do that? So that even when you're playing the very last staccato note, do you notice I'm really right above the key. Da-bum. Yeah, and don't let your elbow work so much, right? Your elbow doesn't need to do that much motion. Your elbow just kind of is there. It's just there. Yes. Right. It's like you don't have to think about your nose being on your face, right? Your nose is always on your face. Okay. So your elbow is really just always by your arm. So you don't need to make it be like a leading aspect of a leading playing part. Oh, everyone must follow me. Yeah, good. So let's just do a little bit of that section. Da, 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 ba. Okay, so now the difference between you and me playing is when I play the second repeated note, where is my wrist as compared to where it was the first time I played a repeated note? It's just a little higher, right? Well, it's not that high. It's not like that, right? It's just a little higher. Da, 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 bum. Good. Better. Good. And are you at all moving your elbow out? I hope not. Disengage your elbow. Just everything goes forward. Yes. There you go. Yes. Don't let that get into control mode. Good. And then when you do the next little part, now you get to look at your wrist, and your wrist is like a very small little you know, like when your mom or dad are stirring their coffee or their tea, right? The little spoon. Yeah, that's it, right? And your mother might do this because it's a very nice way to stir. Yes, right? Your dad might just go like, who knows? Who knows? So it's really up to you how you want to like stir that D. But it's a nice little elegant little stir around that little cup. Yes. Yes. And you notice how and your elbow can move. Yes. It's just it doesn't steer. Right, your wrist is your steering. Yes, let your wrist steer more of it. Yes, of your motion. Good. Good. And at the very, very last repeated note, that is where you're going to feel the most fluffy with your wrist. That's it. That's it. Good. Yes. It's almost like you don't have any control over the keys, but you're getting even more control by being even more fluffy at the end. It's pretty cool. You have a question?
should I make like the first two notes like louder?
Let's see. Da, da, da. Yes, you're so right. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, that's perfect phrasing. Good, just for the fun of it, let's do it the opposite way, just for the fun of it. Da, 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 da.
With the fingering or the sound?
With the sound. Let's do the opposite of the sound. I'm so glad that you know that that does not sound good. Okay. Okay, so now make it better again. Yes. Good. And now what is the next note after those repeated notes? E. Okay. Okay, good. And now let's just get used to a nice gentle drop. Da, 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 da. Good. Now, can you keep your drop really dropped until da, 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 until you play your thumb and your beat? That's beautiful, Esther. Very beautiful. Good. Wow, have you really become a fine little pianist? Holy moly, that's good. Can you write that in your scores so that you can remember that then? So we have the stirring the coffee with a spoon, right? And then the fourth note of the repeated notes, what did I call it? Fluffy, really fluffy at the end, bup, 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 for the sound as well as the gesture. And then the drop.